Alright, what is going on, everybody? We're here to discuss the Crown Tundra Series 7 meta of sort, to an extent. Basically, what I want to do in this video is I want to talk about the legendary Pokemon that will be legal in Series 7 that I am excited to use. I'm not talking about like the best ones, the ones that I think are going to be the most broken, the ones that I want to use personally. So, looking at this, first of all, obviously, like, look at the 7th, it's spelled wrong, but whatever. The 7th ranked battle series focuses, I guess, it's like in past tense because they don't want to update it in the future, I guess, on the Pokemon of the Galar region. The Isle of Armor Pokédex included additions from the Crown Tundra Pokédex, as well as some legendary Pokemon that are available in the game, but not in any Pokédex, which to me sounds like it means mythical Pokemon, but I don't think it does. I would imagine that for some reason, the new legendaries are not in the Pokédex, which is weird to me, because they're available in the Crown Tundra. But I'm assuming that might just be like a misinformation. We don't know yet because it's not out yet, but we're gonna find out. But basically, this is the ban list. This is the ban list of banned Pokemon. It's like Mewtwo, Mew, like cover art legendaries, main legendaries, and mythicals, pretty much. Like the big legendaries, like cover arts, and actually that's literally it. It's cover arts and then mythicals. That's literally it. Okay. So that means that implies that all of these sub-legendary Pokemon should, in theory, be legal in Series 7. So there's going to be the legendary birds, their Galarian forms, the dogs, which hopefully they get forms eventually one day as well. I'd be willing to bet they do, because the birds do. Actually, if they didn't know their DLC, they would absolutely have Galarian dogs. Absolutely. Probably not. They're probably not going to do another DLC. The Reggies, these Reggies, the new Reggies will also be legal. The Latios will be legal. The Lake Spirits, the Heatran, the Reggie Gigas, which is... we're going to talk about that in a bit. Celestia is going to be legal, which I don't know how good that is in VGC, but I would imagine it gets access to Ally Switch, so I can only imagine it's really annoying. These have already been legal. The Genies, I think Tornadus or Landorus Therian is pretty good, but I don't care enough about it to talk about it more, so not really my interest. Silvally is already legal because it's Silvally. It's boring. The Tapus, Gen 7 is hitting hard here. Gen 7 brings the Tapus and Ultra Beasts. Look at this. This is all from one generation. This entire chunk is right here. And then there's obviously Urshifu and the new Reggies as well. These main legendary Pokemon are not going to be legal to my understanding. Like, they were obviously on the ban list. Calyrex, I'm assuming, will also be banned, but you never know. And then Mythicals will also be banned, so unfortunately we will not be able to use G-Max Melmetal, which, for those that are unaware, G-Max Melmetal, I'm pretty sure, torments the opponent, so they cannot spam their move, which is cool. It's actually not the worst thing in the world in VGC, because battles end in so few turns, and when they have to choose a different move for their turn, that could be pretty massive, you know? But basically, I want to talk about some of these with these sub-legendaries that I'm excited to use. I'm not going to talk about the new Reggies, and I'm not going to talk about the Galarian birds quite yet, because I think I might make a separate video for those. Let me know if you guys are interested in that, by the way, because like they're newer, they're different, there's more to them, and also we don't actually know what they do yet. We have no idea what the base stats are. We don't even know the full details on the moves yet, so there's stuff to look at there in the future. But for now, this is going to be a really weak start, I assure you, but I want to really use Latios. So I'm pretty sure Latios is going to suck, because I feel like the meta is going to revolve around the Tapus, but I want to use Latios, because if you look at Latios' weaknesses, it's weak to Ice Shard, it's weak to U-Turn, it's weak to Shadow Sneak, it's weak to Dragon, it's weak to Dark as well, which is Sucker Punch and Brutal Swing, and then it's weak to Fairy, which is like Sylveon Quick Attack or whatever. So the idea is that I really want to use Weakness Policy Latios. Like, that's it. One of the main issues is that, like I said, the Tapus are probably going to be pretty relevant in the meta, I would imagine. And unfortunately, if you look at its Z moves, because we don't have max moves yet because it's not in the game, it has Corkscrew Crash Physical because it gets, like, Steel Wing, I think it is? I believe, yeah, it's Steel... Where is it? Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Hold on. I may have passed it. Okay, well, anyway, I'm pretty sure it gets Steel Wing, but other than that, it gets no coverage to hit Fairy types. So, obviously, you could go with, like, with Ice Beam or Blizzard or whatever to hit Tapu Boolu, or in Tapu Koko, you're kind of just, I guess you just go for Psychic against. But then, like, Tapu Lele in particular just runs house on this, to my understanding. Obviously, you could, like, Shadow Ball, but still. it's not going to be easy to break through the Tapus with Latios. So I'm probably going to try this once and then royally screw it up and then never try it again. Also, we're ignoring Megas because they're probably not coming back. But like the stats are really good. The special attack's incredible. So at +2, you might actually be doing enough damage to Oko Tapu. And you, I think, outspeed all of them except for Coco? I think so. I wonder if this is going to get Earth Power. Because the TM, it's always been a move for those, so maybe not. But I would love this like, to get like Earth Power. Or like something like that would be lit. But yeah, I want to use Latios. It's going to be dope. It's going to be cool. Latios I don't really care about because it's like more of a support bulky Pokemon. And I want offensive because I want damage. But that's kind of my hopes for Latios. Now, I'm not really... Okay. My next ones are the Lake Spirits, right? And I'm not really interested in Uxie in particular, but I pulled it up just so I didn't exclude it because that'd be rude. I'm not really interested in Uxie. It's very bulky. It seems better for like singles to me. Unless, actually, I need to check. Does it get access to Trick Room? It gets Ally Switch. Hold on a second. It gets Ally Switch. Does it get Trick Room? It does not seem to get... Oh, it gets Trick Room. Hold on a second. It's a little bit fast. It's very fast, actually. However, it could be a decent Imprison user, but I would imagine the other ones also get that and would probably do better with it. But it could be cool support. It could be like Thunder Wave support. Does it get Helping Hand? I'm assuming it might get Helping Hand. I assume maybe. It gets Memento, which could be cool. It gets Yawn. It gets stuff like that. It does get a good support move, so Uxie could be cool, but I'm also not... Like, Uxie's like my least favorite Lake Spirit, so unfortunate for it. Mesprit, however, is a little bit balanced. As you can see, it has 105s across the board aside from the speed and the HP. It's a little bit slower as well, so maybe it could be a better Trick Room setter. However, once again, it's still too fast for Trick Room, if I'm being honest. Also, I have no idea how relevant Trick Room's going to be outside of one specific Pokemon that we will get to later in the new series as well. Mesprit, it's balanced. I'm probably going to try using it. One thing I'm actually unsure of, by the way, and let me know in the comments if this is how it works, but I'm unsure if Levitate prevents you from getting Spread Expanding Force. I would imagine you would not get the Spread, because you're not actually getting the terrain's effect, but I have no idea. So if you know that, let me know, because I would love to run this like plus Indeedee and get like Expanding Force spam or whatever. That could be lit. And then this is the Lake Spirit I'm really interested in. It was just Azelf. So Azelf is just really fast and hits really, really hard with physically and specially. So in my opinion, it might be the best one for me because it's offensive and it's lit. And also, Ally Switch, in case you really want to be that guy and run support random, like, Ally Switch in the last slot or whatever if you need a move. But this thing gets coverage. Look at the move pool. It gets Water Special, it gets Grass, it gets Fairy Special. Obviously, that's like Dazzling Gleam. It gets Psychic, it gets Electric, it gets Ghost, it gets Bug Special? Signal Beam, probably? I'm assuming it's Signal Beam, if we can just look right here. Yeah, Signal Beam. Obviously it gets normal because everything gets normal. And it gets Fire, it gets Fire Blast, that's lit as well. Fire Punch as well if you want to be physical, because it can be run physically because it has the same attack stat as special attack stat. Overall, I really am excited for Azelf. It's probably not going to do very well, especially given what the meta is probably going to end up looking like. However, I'm going to try it and nobody can stop me. Assuming it's in legal. I'm pretty sure it's in. I'm pretty certain. And then next up is one that I am very excited to use, but I said Indeedee earlier. We don't use Indeedee in Series 7. We use the Tapus. Hello! The Terrain Setters. Terrain Wars are going to be back, and they are going to be painful. Overall, I think the Tapus are going to be really, really good in the Series 7, mostly because, okay, so looking at Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko obviously has a higher physical attack than special, but it does get Rising Voltage now, which is a good move. It also gets access to Play Rough and Close Combat. So it gets physical coverage and also has a new good special attack if you want to run it that way as well. So honestly, I think Tapu Koko is going to get a huge buff. And then also, it's a good electric terrain setter. Pincurchin sucks. Pincurchin is bad. So you could run this with like a Alolan Raichu. You could run this with... See, I have no idea how legendary metas look in VGC, so I'm just going to assume that you could do that. You could run this thing with like its own crazy moves. You could run it to prevent sleep entirely. It also gets Brave Bird for max Airstream, assuming it can Dynamax, which I'm assuming it can because you can Dynamax like Mewtwo already, so why not be able to Dynamax this? Then there's Tapu wait, this is Lele? Yeah, Lele. Which is, I think, going to be God. This is going to be stupid. So, Tapu Lele gets access to Dazzling Gleam and Expanding Force, which is all you really need, if I'm being honest. You have 130 special attack stat, like, and the terrain is set for you. So you just spam Expanding Force, and if they're a Dark type, you use Dazzling Gleam, and then you win the game. That's literally it. Tapu Lele is just going to be a monster. Plus, you can run it alongside other Expanding Force users, like Azelf. Ha ha ha, if that works with the Levitate. Or Latios, if that works with the Levitate. God dang, I really hope that works. I really do. Because that's going to suck if it doesn't. Because I'm pretty sure when Rotom sets its own terrain, it does not get the boost. So I don't know how that would work with these. Like with Expanding Force. I've never tried that, I've never seen it before, so let me know if you guys know, because I'm curious. Overall, the move pool is really nice. Nature's Madness is actually kind of clutch. Specifically for Topoffini, because it's less offensive, but still, like, being able to just have their HP is really nice. Gets crazy coverage as well, because it's a legendary, of course it does. And Tapu Boolu, I think, is going to be really good as well. It's going to be like Rillaboom. However, I think Rillaboom could actually end up being better. I think they have the same attack stat, and I'm pretty sure Rillaboom is just faster. And maybe bulkier, but it's also a better typing, because it's not quad weak to poison, weak to steel. So, there's that as well. Although, Rillaboom is weak to bug, which is different. That barely matters, though, if I'm being honest. But Grassy Glide Tapu Boolu. It's going to be a monster. It gets play rough now as well. It gets access to a close combat, I think. However, it already got superpower. Whoa. 200. Oh, Focus Punch. I say, what do you mean 200 base power Z move? What did you do? It got a Focus Punch. That's what it was. But it does get access to superpower as well. I'm pretty. So, yeah, superpower by level 0. So it gets access to Wood Hammer. It gets access to Grassy Glide, superpower, close combat, play rough. Overall, Boolu's going to be an offensive threat, and if I'm being honest, I'm probably going to run an Assault Vest one. Like, looking at these stats, I'm going to run an Assault Vest one and just win the game. It's going to be a monster. And then there's Topoffini. I don't know if Topoffini is particularly good in VGC. Do you get the move? You do not get the forbidden move of Ally Switch. That's nice. That's good. I don't really know what it could do. It might be able to get Body Press. That could be pretty cool. It could also get Misty Explosion if you want to do it that way, which could be cool. It does have a good special attack stat for that, so could be useful. And then another thing about these Tapus being added, also Topoffini, I'm not going in detail on because I have no idea. I literally don't know how to use Topoffini. I have no idea. But another thing about these Tapus that is kind of not really a legendary, so it's not entirely fitting the theme of the video, but it also does sort of fit because it ties into the Tapus, is Sceptile is getting added. I'm pretty sure it was in one of the leaks from Pokemon Home, and I'm pretty sure Unburdened Sceptile is going to be available in the game, and Sceptile's sick, and it's a grass type with not its stats. It's actual, as okay stats, I guess. It's also already really fast, if I'm being honest, but still, new Unburdened user. I think every single Unburdened user is now in the game. If I click on this, these are all also Thievul. You could use Thievul plus Tapu Lele, and Thievul could be support for. Oh, that's gonna be busted. Who needs Indeedee when you have Thievul and Lele? But yeah, every single Unburdened user is now in the game. Is a Selgor, Slurpuff, Sceptile, Hitmonlee, Thievul, Hawlucha, Liepard, and Driftblim are all now in the game, so it's going to be lit. Hopefully Sceptile could be very good. I like Sceptile a lot. It's decent. It's cool. However, I can't say if it'll be good or not. I have no idea. But I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. And then, now that the Tapus are out of the way, we're getting into the Tapus were one of the scary parts, but we're going to do a scarier part, in my opinion, which is going to be the Ultra Beast. Nihilego, I don't see being very good. Quad with the ground, it's obviously going to die a lot. With the steel as well, and water, and that's psychic as well. I don't see Nihilego being crazy. Its special defense is really high, so you have to run like I think modest. Actually, if you just EV train special attack, you're gonna be fine. But like, you do get special attack boosts off of your beast boost. Not to mention, it gets coverage. It gets decent coverage. Also, your stab move. Ooh, actually. Ooh, hold on. So, the biggest thing about Ultra Beast is they get to Dynamax in theory, and also get their beast boost. Assuming they can Dynamax. They might not be able to, we'll see. But imagine like Dynamaxing your Nihilego going for a max ooze, getting a KO, and getting 2 special attack boosts. That's going to be crazy. Or does it get air? It does not get access to Airstream as of now. It might in Sword and Shield, but we'll see. I don't know where those moves are. I would have checked them, but I actually don't know where to find them. I know they exist. I just have no idea where to find them. But I really do want to try Nihil. It is like my second favorite Ultra Beast next to Naganadel. So hopefully we could, or as the anime calls it, Naganadel. We don't call it that here. But hopefully Nihil could be dope. I do have a shiny one in my Pokemon home because I had one. I shiny hunted one in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So hopefully I could use that. I would like to use that a lot actually. And then there's Buzzwole. This Pokemon's stats are nuts. Obviously all the Ultra Beasts are, but 139 attack. You run like Adamant Nature. You run Assault Vest. You just run Max Knuckle. You get a KO with Max Knuckle. You get 2 attack boosts and you win the game. Or do you get Airstream? Please get Bounce. Oh, you get Airstream. Is this Bounce? Bounce. You get Bounce. Okay, it can bounce, get a Max Airstream KO, which then boosts its speed and its attack stat. Same turn, and then you have all these crazy coverage moves just to go in with. Like, look at these. Like, you get the fly. They're all physical. Wait. I was unaware that Buzzwole does not get a special attack. Bro, Buzzwole does not get a special attack that is not normal. It doesn't even get Hyper Beam. It doesn't get Hyper Beam? Oh my god. I didn't know that. That's really crazy. That's insane. Okay, you know what? Buzzwole, more power to you, buddy. Just hit them really, really hard. You get Outrage? You get Outrage? Okay, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be nuts. I want to use all the Ultra Beasts, dude. You have no idea. Alright, but the next one is going to be Pheromosa. I don't know how good it's going to be. Like, literally, just bring Talonflame and you just destroy Pheromosa. It's fast, don't get me wrong, but like any priority move just kind of crushes it like a twig, literally, because it looks like a twig. It gets good moves, it gets good coverage, it has good attack and special attack as well. So I think Pheromosa has some potential. However, it's kind of like when I tried to use Sharpedo, where it's so frail that I don't know if it's going to work out very well. So we'll see, I guess, but I don't see Pheromosa being the best Pokemon in doubles. Like, literally, if they just use like a Dazzling Gleam from a Indeedee female Adamant Nature, you're gonna die. You're gonna fall over. Alright. I do a lot more than I thought right up now. Okay. Xurkitree, I'm gonna start like speeding this up a little bit, because if I do this forever, it's gonna be like a 35-minute video. Xurkitree, obviously it's very hard. It does not get access to Airstream though. It gets barely any move coverage at all. However, it does get Rising Voltage now, so if you're on sticks to Tapu Koko, that could be really cool. Like, Rising Voltage Xurkitree would literally one-shot, I think, most Pokemon in the game with a 173 base special attack stat. That's actually crazy. I never knew it was so high. I did not look at these Pokemon very often. I did not play much competitive in Gen 7, so I'm learning things as I look at them, if I'm being honest. Also, Tail Glow! It gets Tail Glow! Right, I did know that! Hold on! Hold on, you were like your Togekiss or your something like that next to this, and then you just like, you follow me, Tail Glow, go into your Tapu Koko, and you just OHKO everything. Or you could Tailwind and be smarter about it. But that's gonna be crazy! Also, if they add new tutors in Crown Tundra for like old tutor moves like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Togekiss is gonna get Tailwind, and it's gonna be crazy. Anyway, Celestia, I don't know if it's gonna be too crazy. I have no idea what it would do. It's like a Skarmory, like a Corviknight, right? But it hits like a truck as well. This thing is balanced. God dang. Okay, so you get move coverage. I mean, Celestia is one of my like least favorite Ultra Beasts. I really don't care for it. Actually, it might be my least favorite Ultra Beast. It is. It definitely is. I really don't care for it. I'm not actually that excited for it, but I wanted to include it so I wasn't mean. But I don't like you. So, sorry. Kartana is going to be lit. This thing is insane. 181 base attack. I did know that, because that's going to be crazy. But then you're going to, like, imagine, like, going for the where do you have one move? Aerial Ace. You go for the max Airstream. Aerial Ace. Get a KO. Get an attack boost and speed boost. And then, literally, what stops you? Like, you one-shot everything, for sure. No doubt. And you also outspeed everything. Also, no doubt. And also, you have a decent defense stat. So, you won't even die to a physical hit. Especially after a max Steel Spike boost. Overall, I think Kartana is going to be insane. Like, actually, though, I love its shiny as well. It's also kind of small, so I can't wait to see it Dynamax and not even be that big. Yo, Kartana is going to be lit. It's going to be lit. Look at these moves. Look at these moves. Is there a Pokemon that also only gets special moves? Do you only get special moves? No, you get physical moves, so that's just a Buzzwole thing. That's just a Buzzwole thing. Alright. Guzzlord, if I'm being honest, this thing is probably not going to do anything, just looking at it. Dragon Dark, cool, and it's also an HP tank, which has a lot of HP, don't get me wrong, but HP tanks are really not that bulky. Like, it still dies really, really easily. Like, having defenses is way better for a bulky Pokemon. The Copperajah gets O-Code, and it has so much HP, but it gets O-Code most of the time, because it sucks. But its attack stat's decent. It's so slow. It might be a Trick Room threat. I could see that being a thing. Maybe. I don't really know Guzzlord much. I don't really like Guzzlord much. It's cool. It's a cool design. I just don't care for the use it. It's like a mediocre typing. It's mediocre moves. Fairy typing exists and it doesn't like it. Yeah, but now my favorite Ultra Beast, Naganadel. I love how they use the they use the Dream World art right here because for some reason the official art is sideways. For no reason it is full sideways. The Naganadel is very strong. Look at these stats. It's literally just fast special attack. That's all it is. Speed, special attack, that's it. It also can really get Covet as a tutor move from a... Why can Poipole get Covet but not Naganadel? Anyway, Naganadel's lit. Dragon Poison, like Dragalge, but better. Like Eternatus, but better. Not better, but still cooler. Beast Boost to boost your special attack stat. Oh, so I love the speed creeping. I like how the speed is literally lower. Oh, but you have to run Modest. If you're on Timid, your speed will be faster. Then it'll be higher than special attack. So you won't be able to get the special attack Beast Boost. That sucks. That sucks. Or I could just not EV train, but that doesn't matter at that point. Just go Modest. Well, I'm probably going to go Modest, I guess, with these, but that's unfortunate. But the move coverage is crazy. You get the fire moves, you get the electric moves, you get the dragon, the dark, you get the... Not the steel and not the ghost, those don't count. You get the bog, signal beam probably. Yep, right there. And you get the poison, obviously, which is going to be weaker because of the Dynamax, but you don't have the Dynamax. You also get Air Slash, Tailwind Setter 2020. Acrobatics, Skytrap. Where's your special? Oh, Aerial Ace. Wait, where's your special flying move, bro? Air Slash. You do get Air Slash, which is cool for like a max Airstream. Literally any max Airstream user is really good, in my opinion. So there's that as well. And then obviously you get normal because normal is a thing. Stakataka. This Pokemon is going to be meta. It has 13 base speed. It gets access to setting its own Trick Room for some ungodly reason. It can set its own Trick Room. It gets access to Ally Switch for some ungodly reason. And it has base 211 defense, and in Sword and Shield, they gave it Body Press, which is based on your defense stat. This Pokemon is going to be insane. Run this next to a Dusclops with Bulldoze, and you just win the game. Like, what do they do? Like, how do they stop you? They don't. Usually, you just win. Look at your stats. Look at your speed. Look at your typing. The Rock Steel is not the best defensive typing in the world. It sounds like it should be, but then there's like fighting, there's ground. Like, two of the best offensive typings in the game are quad effective on you. So it's just like, it is what it is. But overall, I'm really excited for it. I think it's gonna be very cool. I think it's gonna be very strong. I think I might end up hating fighting it, but that's okay. That's okay. Now this one, I'm excited for. This is Blacephalon. I love Blacephalon. Look at this thing. Stats. It's amazing. This is probably my top 3 Ultra Beasts. It goes Naganadel, Nihil, Blacephalon. It's so sick. It hits so hard. It's literally Shannon Allure, but better in every single way. Except for you're not immune to fire, but that's fine. That's fine. You have Beast Boost, so it's like whatever. It gets crazy moves. It does not get the most coverage in the world. It really does not get much at all, actually. It literally gets Dark, Psychic, Fire, Ghost, and that's it. And I guess normal if you want to be that guy. It does not get Ally Switch, but it does get Pain Split, which is nice. It does not get any... It does not get a lot of moves. Maybe it'll get probably like Burning Jealousy, and maybe like I guess Poltergeist, but you don't really want to run Poltergeist on a Blacephalon. Blacephalon's gonna be cool. I don't really know what I could do with it, but I mean, you can't go wrong with clicking like, Fire Blast. Oh, I'm gonna run Mind Blown. I'm gonna use Mind Blown. I use Steel Beam or Lucario, so why not Mind Blown Blacephalon? Why not? That's gonna be lit. I also have a shiny one that I hunted. It's not very good, but I can fix that in Sword and Shield with Mints. So there's that. And then the final Pokemon that I want to talk about today is going to be Reggie Gigas. This Pokemon has slow start, and the Pokemon itself just sucks in general, right? The stats are really good, but slow start. Mediocre. Moves are crazy. Look at these Z moves you can use. Where's the Z moves? Look at these Z moves you can use. You can use all this stuff. You get the punches. But the thing is, the main thing about Reggie Gigas is that you can run it next to Galarian Weezing, and then you don't have slow start. And that's amazing. You can just use this thing and just go to town. Also has a cool shiny that I don't actually have, but maybe I can hunt one in the game. I don't know how the raids are going to work, but we'll see. I cannot wait for Reggie Gigas. It's going to be so strong, so amazing. It's also normal typing only, so you're only weak to fighting, which the max fighting move is weak, so you don't have to worry about Dynamax. You have to worry about close combat from a Terrakion, I guess. But I'm excited for it. It's gonna be amazing to me. It's fast, strong, gets coverage, not super frail by any means. It's not frail at all, if I'm being honest. And I think I just want like a Salt Fest. Like a Salt Fest Reggie Gigas next to Weezing is gonna be amazing. I could use normal Weezing too. Or Coughing. I could use Coughing, bro. I'm not gonna use Coughing. Okay. But yeah, that's like my thoughts on some of these legendaries. The more later ones were probably a little bit more rushed because it is 3 in the morning and I need to go to sleep. So let me know your thoughts on the Crown Tundra Series 7 stuff in the comments down below. Let me know if there's any other videos you want me to make on the Crown Tundra leading up to it, like other Pokemon I'm excited for, like Relicanth is pretty cool. Regarding Relicanth, they skipped Gen 4 fossils, by the way. But yeah, let me know. There's Garchomp as well. There's stuff like that. I can talk about the new Pokemon, the new birds, the Reggies, stuff like that as well. So I am really excited for Crown Tundra. I know Legendary metas are kind of mixed response as far as the community goes, but I'm hopeful. I'm excited for it, and we're gonna see how it goes. So yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you everybody for watching. Comment, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.